Hello, we are making tortas de pierna today, and this is the pork butt, and it is going to be boiled with bay leaves, 4 bay leaves. It is boiled for an hour, and it also has the salt and the pepper. Then it is removed. Then we are going to use that same broth to make our sauce. We are going to use 2 guajillos, 2 California, 1 pasilla, and 1 ancho. We're going to deseed that and we are going to put it in that same broth. We're also going to add 3 garlic cloves as well. Isn't it funny that nature comes with its own wrapping? Because I always have to unwrap these garlic cloves and I really dread it so much. And it is now going in the broth, and I really just let this simmer in there for like 10 minutes. And I just take the peppers out. I'll sometimes let a few of the garlics into the sauce as well, but not too many. I think this time I only put 2 of them in there. I don't like to blend the bay leaves, and I'm just going to take 1 cup of that broth and put it in the blender with the peppers. And with the leftover broth, I am now putting the shredded pork in there. And it really just needs to cook for about 15 more minutes just to kind of get all the flavors together. Blending all the flavors together. So while that simmers there, I am gonna blend the peppers to make the sauce. And now the sauce is going in there with the pork and with the broth as well, and it's gonna simmer down. It's gonna simmer down to a very nice sauce. And like I said, it's not really more than 15 minutes. In the meantime, while that finishes simmering, I'm going to prepare the bread. I really regret getting this bread, but this is just regular sub bread from Walmart. I really wish I had gotten some teleras or some bolillo, but I don't know if there's any Mexican bakeries around here. Either way, I mean, the sandwiches were still good. But this bread, it just doesn't, sometimes it just cannot hold sauce the way some of the other breads can. And you just see me struggling so much with this bread, but regardless, this is what I had to work with. So I'm just, it didn't even have like a little slit, so I had to just make the slit myself for the bread to open up and be a sandwich. And I really just put a little bit of mayo in there, and then I put it on the comal. And it just gives it a very buttery and delicious flavor. And it depends on the bread, but some breads, it'll make it very crunchy on the outside and then soft on the inside, which that's actually perfect for a sandwich that is made with a saucy meat like the one we're about to make today. So here I am still struggling with that 4th one. Everybody just had one. They were incredibly filling. All right, now I am just going to put mayo on the breads. Take out any of the extra crumbs that are kind of falling out there. All right, I just put it on like 7. And then honestly, just like a few seconds, about 30 seconds or so. And it wasn't hot enough. That's one thing that you do want to make sure that it's hot so that it cooks faster. But either way, I mean, it still got the job done. So it's been about, maybe a minute. Now we turn it over. When it's really hot, you just do about 30 seconds. But we turned it over and also let it heat up from the back as well. Now we're going to put some sour cream. The sour cream goes really, really well with the sauce. And my mom used to make these when I was a little girl, and they were actually my very favorite. And she actually ended up making them for me for my son's when I was pregnant with my son. I had a baby shower, and she made these at the baby shower. And here I am just putting some of that delicious meat that is ready. Just putting that in the sandwich. And putting a little bit of mustard. And if you know me, you know I like a little bit of mustard in my stuff. You know I like a little bit of bitterness. And here is just a little bit of lettuce. I already cut up all the veggies. So we are also I'm just using white onion. If you like any other type of onion, that's fine too. And we're just going to do a couple of slices of this very delicious vine tomato. And some very yummy ripe avocado slices on there as well. And this one is for my fiance, and he likes his cut in half, so I'm gonna cut it and show you guys.
Don't stop.
Once again, I'm sorry about the bread being a little mushy, but it'll still be very delicious. Hopefully you guys pick a better bread than me. But let me know in the comments if you are gonna try to make this sandwich, or comment what's your favorite sandwich.